What's up, Tiger Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Springfield Tigers each and every week. Here at the Tigers table, we are in Week 10. Yes, Week 10. The playoffs will start football-wise next week. The Tigers will have a home game. We know that. We do not know who they will face. It all depends on the big game Friday night, as the Tigers will host the Louisville Rockets, and that's going to be a big football game Friday night. We'll have that for you on YSN. Want to thank Jackie and the staff for all they do for all of us here at YSN each and every week. We're here. It's fantastic. The food's great. Come on down and have a great meal. Support the Tigers and hopefully watch them win the league championship outright if they get a victory over the Louisville Rockets. Player profile, volleyball style. How about a hand, folks and fans, for junior Baelyn Brungard. Baelyn, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you. I'm going to start there. I've known your family a long time. I think that it's one of the best families that I've had the opportunity to meet, to know, to travel with, to watch them watch your brothers, your cousin. Talk about the family that you have and what they mean to you.
I think it's like a very big support system. Like, they're always motivational for us, and not just for me, for my brothers too. You know, on Saturdays we're so busy with football every single week, so we're running everywhere really. So
I love that you said, all right, so take me through a Saturday, because I know you have two really good brothers that play really good football. So Grove City, YSU, how do we manage that?
Well, they looked at the schedules because this year is like Brady's senior year, so
Absolutely.
They want to try to
Shout
make it.
out to Brady, Brady Brungard, one of my favorite kids to ever put on camera and talk to. He was outstanding. So they get the schedule together.
Yeah, so this week especially, Grove City plays in like the afternoon, and then YSU.
So this helps. YSU at 6, Grove City's earlier.
So they're going to try to make it to both.
That's impressive. But shout out to your family, no doubt. Junior.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like, when your brothers were playing in the state semis, I remember your mom we did an interview with. We were way out somewhere. I don't even remember where. It was out there. How fast has this gone for you?
Very fast. I feel like it was just August when we were starting summer ball, and, like, it's just gone, like, downhill. I mean, like, really fast, like a slope.
Absolutely, really fast. So we're going to go to a volleyball match. I know Dad's real competitive. I know Mom's competitive. Who's a little more vocal in a volleyball match rooting for you girls?
I think my mom, she's on the bench.
Oh, that's
so
right, Mom
like,
coaches.
Yeah,
okay.
So she's like really close, so I can obviously hear her more, but like she like sometimes she yells at me and I really don't like it and I tell her that, but she still does.
But see, that's that coach-player relationship. That's right, Mom. That's not mom and daughter. So how's Dad during a volleyball match? Dad's always been that quiet, mild-mannered, kind of stands there and watches it. That's what he does.
Yeah, he just is quiet. He like talks to himself during the game.
Do you know where he sits?
Yeah, he sits in the corner with my grandma and grandpa that usually come.
Shout out to your grandma and grandpa, no doubt. I talked with Mark. He obviously your grandparents want to watch this. Noah does a great job. We were a little late getting them up last week. They will probably be up by tomorrow or Thursday at the latest, so it's a pleasure to do you. And get your interviews up, no doubt. You play Hillsdale at Independence. We talked off air. Tomorrow will be a pregame meal for the girls, which the pregame meal every volleyball match is
Chipotle.
I'm having a hard time believing, like, Chipotle. Is Chipotle good for the belly to play volleyball? I guess is my first. But you said no. We have it every week. So
yeah.
Do you look forward to that each and every? It's something that you girls bond with.
Yeah. I think sometimes like we'll go together and like get like Starbucks and Dunkin' too. So like I think it's just like a time to like spend together and like build a friend connection. I think that also helps on the court a lot.
All right, no doubt. With Baelyn Brungard, you're a junior, 2-year captain. Boy, that to me says a lot about the person you are, the player you are, the teammate you are. To be a captain and be an underclassman, talk about that and what it means to you.
I think it means a lot. I think like it shows like my team really like believes in me, and that gives me motivation to like play good and like continue pushing even when I have like a bad game. So like I think it really makes me feel like confident in my own plays and myself.
Well, that's awesome to hear, and no doubt you're a leader for sure, and your name that. You get an opportunity to play with your cousin. Again, not a whole lot of people get opportunities to play with brothers playing together, sisters playing together. She's a special young lady, too. I had her on last week. It was awesome. I know her dad very well also. Talk about what it means to play with a family member on the same team.
I think it means a lot. Me and Jamaica really look at each other for like help and support to like just like bring each other up. And I think it's just special because like we're best friends and she's like my sister, so it means a lot.
Shout out to both of you for sure. So it's volleyball season. You play basketball too, correct?
I do not.
You not play basketball?
No.
Jamaica, what are we doing here? Like, no basketball. We're giving the basketball to Knicks? All right, well, no basketball. You watch your cousin play basketball. Yeah. All right, so what will you do? That's a long trip to go an hour and a half on a bus. How do you try to handle that? What will you girls do up on the bus? Will you talk a lot? Will you be quiet? Will you listen to music? What's going on this bus?
Well, we'll probably sleep, to be honest.
Okay.
We'll probably take naps, and then when we get closer, we usually start talking to each other and having fun.
Tiger Nation, I have to say this. Shout out a hand for all these young ladies. They've been here for 2 weeks now to watch their teammates get interviewed. Girls, shout out to all of you. And I honestly wish you girls nothing but the best tomorrow in the semifinals. Have you thought about this? Like, man, I have a chance to win a district semifinal tomorrow. And I have a chance to play in a district final.
Yeah.
Do you think about it? Do you talk about it? Or do you just kind of go, this is what's in front of us, this is what we need to do?
You know what? I kind of go into the game like blank-minded because you can ask Coach Caitlin, I'm not that good of a listener. So to be honest, I don't even know how far is the different district semis, and like I just like I'm going in and playing another game, and I just play my heart out every game. So
that's all you need to do. Play your heart out for sure. We talked about your brothers. Talk about your relationship with your brothers.
When me and my brothers were younger, we always fought, but Brady was the one that stuck up for me all the time. So shout out to Brady. But I think since we've gotten older, like I think we've just become really good friends, and like we can lean on each other. We know that, and just all love for each other.
I love it. Do you get a chance to? I probably see Bill more than you do covering WashU football.
Yeah.
I mean, do you get a chance to talk to both of them while they're in season and you're in your season and you're busy? Is it a text? I'm sure, because I know both of them. Do you get a chance to kind of connect? It's hard.
Yeah, I text them every week before their game and just tell them good luck, and then I just like praying that they'll do good. But with Brady, it's like hard because he's an hour away in Grove City, so he doesn't come home that often. But Bo is close, so he comes home sometimes, and it'll be like a surprise to see him. So
that's awesome. Well, shout out to them. Shout out to you and your parents, obviously. What's it going to take to get a win tomorrow?
I think good defense. They're really big up front in the front row, so I think our defense is going to have to be on our A game, and we're going to have to be quick on our feet.
Absolutely. The defense will be key. Your cousin, we need to get her going and be dominant with what she does, no doubt. And we had Mariana on. We need to – she serves aces. So we'll take some blocks, we'll take some aces, and hopefully get a big victory as the girls will play Hillsdale at Independence tomorrow. We're going to play rapid fire. Okay. Boy, this is going to be a tough one. So you have two coaches in your family.
Yes.
I always say this. I coached my son, and Mark, I'm sure, will say that it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But the other end of that spectrum is it's probably the greatest feeling you ever have, that you get to be with your kids. So talk about relationship with mom and what that means to you.
Oh, my mom is like my best friend. I love her so much. I always go to her when I'm having problems and when I just need some words of advice. And it just means a lot when she's there on the bench. I know, like I said, like she yells at me sometimes, but I know it's all out of love and that she's just trying to help me push to my hardest.
Well, shout out to you, Mom. So Mom's the role model. Obviously, no disrespect to Dad, no doubt. But I've watched your family, your relationship with your dad. Talk about that, the things that he's been through. He's coached, he's watched. He's had some of the greatest success of someone I know, but also has handled some failures that a lot of people cannot handle. So talk about the relationship with him.
I definitely look up to him a lot. He's a very good person to look up to. He I think with the success and the failures that he's had, he's always been humble, and he takes whatever he can get and has a lesson out of it that he's learned. So
absolutely. So I'm gonna go from a YSU standpoint. And I just curious because I get asked this a lot because I watched your dad play. I was what do you think? This is the question I get. Well, compare Mark to Bo.
Oh.
Now, to me, that's not – no. I think that they're both, to me, and I say this out of respect, your brother Bo is going to set a path that is for Bo.
Yeah.
And the success is going to come, no doubt. I think it's really hard. People think that national championships fall out of the sky and you win those.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad was one of the best leaders of a YSU team I've ever saw. But I will tell you this as your dad and as your brother. As a sophomore quarterback, your brother is one of the best leaders that I've been able to watch and call. So that's where you take some of your motivation, some of your leadership. Mm-hmm. You take it from a lot of different places.
Yeah.
And that to me is what sports is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a salute to your whole family, no doubt. So, Tamari, water or Gatorade?
Water.
All right, so we're listening to Blame It on the Rain tomorrow. Here, I'll say it again, Blame It on the Rain. So when Baelyn has her headphones on, what are you listening to?
Lip Gloss by Lil Mama.
No, do you know Lip Gloss by Lil Mama? I don't either. We'll write that down, and I'll check Lip Gloss by Little Mama. All right, so another question I have to ask, and each and every week I come here and I say this. My dude right here, Mick, give me one of these. If there isn't a bigger Springfield Tiger, I don't want to say somebody that wears it all over. What does he mean to you, girls? Because he's everywhere. I walk in, he tells me, Coach isn't coming, Coach is here, I'm filling in, I'm here, which girl you want first? What does he mean to you, girls?
He means a lot. It's just always fun and nice to see him at every game. He tries to come to everything, so it definitely means a lot. And it means our town.
Yeah, you got a great town.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Shout out to you, Mick, and the entire town of Springfield. The girls need your support. Tomorrow they'll play Hillsdale at Independence. Favorite food?
Chicken.
Favorite chicken place?
Either Chipotle or Cane's.
Cane's. See, I'm not a big Cane's. That's just a piece of, best cook in the Brungard house is?
My mom, yeah.
I saw Dad.
Yeah, I think he knows too.
I'm sure. So what's one of the meals that you like from Mom?
Well, she's a good baker too. So her banana bread is the best banana bread ever. But meal-wise,
Now, there's a lot of people to feed there when Brady's
home. When all the boys are home for holidays, it's a lot.
The holiday season has to be something.
Yeah. Our house is usually stocked when the boys are coming home.
That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing because they're hungry boys, no doubt, that do a lot of great things for this area. Favorite class you've had at Springfield? You didn't have woodshop class, did you?
No.
Okay.
Global 2, Mr. Weimer.
Global 2 with Coach Weimer. Shout out to you, Coach Weimer, for all you do, no doubt with there. You're a junior. Have you thought about college and anything you'd like to do yet? Do you want to play volleyball in college?
I'm still debating. I don't know yet. It's
a lot of time.
It's a big thought because I go to MCTC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go there for cosmetology. So
very nice.
I'm
That's
already
a good
gonna.
Field.
Yeah.
So you'll be done with that. That finishes a little early, or will
I like the end of May. Yeah.
Okay,
so I'll be licensed at the end of that of my senior year. So it really just depends, what
you gonna do.
Yeah, if I want to go to college, I would just be going for volleyball at that point. So
that's a good trade too. That's a great thing to get into, no doubt. Can you believe that you're 2 matches away from becoming a senior on this group? If it doesn't work out the way you want it, have you thought about that?
No. I think about it a little bit. I try not to get in my thoughts about it because I'll get sad, but it's just crazy because ever since my mom coached when I came in like 5th grade and started like practicing with the girls, it's just been like I can't wait to be able to play. And now that I'm going to be a senior next year, it's like time has really flown.
Yeah, it has gone fast. What do these senior girls mean to you?
They're oh my gosh, they're the reason I laugh at practice. They're so funny.
All right, so who's the comedian of this senior group? If you had to pick one out, who's the comedian prankster of this volleyball team?
Anna's funny, but I have to give it to Jamaica. We just have a different bond. Like, we'll literally laugh at each other from just staring at each other. So.
Oh, that is fantastic. It's a tight-knit group. I wish you girls nothing but the best. They'll face Hillsdale tomorrow night at Independence. Keep being who you are. Keep doing what you do. Work hard. Represent not only Springfield, represent your community, your school, and obviously you have a lot of people that think a lot of things about your family, the background and who you are. But most importantly, man, I had a blast doing with this with you. I've been able to talk to your brothers. But round of applause for Baelyn Brungard Jr. Get a lot of digs tomorrow night. You have 1,000 digs in your career. So what Caitlin, what's a normal average dig game in a match? Like, how many digs per game? We're beating 5 or 6. In a set. 5 or 6? All right, well, I'm going to raise the bar. She's going to go 8 digs per set.
Yeah, it's 20 for the whole game.
No, we're not going 20 we're going to win 5 sets. We're going to win. I could say this because it's not a YSN school, so we're going to win. I'll give them a set. We're going to win 3-1, and you are going to have, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to have 32 digs. That's the confidence I have in all of you. Get it to her. She knows what to do with it, and let her cousin finish the deal, and hopefully we'll be talking about a district championship on Saturday. Girls, good luck to you.
Thank
good luck,
you.
and nothing but the best.
Thank you.